Wind fairies. Wind fairies messing up the shot. My name is Captain Eric Kerber. I run a fishing charter business out of Belmar, New Jersey called On a Mission Fishing Adventures. How I decided I wanted to be a full-time fishing charter captain, I used to have a lawn care business, and all my boys would call in the spring and fall during the run and say, "Dude, where are you at? It's going off, man." And I'm slinging mulch and, you know, planting plants and cutting grass. Getting older, I decided that, you know, maybe now's the time. If I'm going to do this, I should probably do it now. My charter boat that I run now is called the Deborah K, as in Deborah Kerber, who was my grandmother, which was a huge influence on my fishing. You know, she was on her deathbed, and the last smile that we got out of her was me telling her that the boat was going to be named after her. I loved fishing. I fished every day when I was a kid. I rode my bike with my tackle box on my, you know, handlebars. It's all I think about. I don't think about anything else other than fishing. Here we go, fish on the jig. Oh man, I can't even get them off the bottom. If I had to pick one style of fishing that is my expertise, I would have to say striped bass fishing with a rod and reel, either from the surf or from the boat. But you put me in any fishing situation and I can adapt and make it work. Look at the size of that one. That's how it's done, son. Right there. I am up for the challenge and would love to do some fly fishing, some noodling. Hell, if we go to the Bering Sea, I'm ready to go crab fishing. You know, a big difference between me and a lot of other fishermen, I don't go out with a plan. I go out saying, we're going fishing. What happens, happens, and we adapt to what's going on. And most of the time, that works, and I outfish everyone else. I would say I'm pretty competitive. I like being the one to come back with the most and the biggest fish. Skateboarding is what fueled my love of extreme sports, and then motocross, even fishing at a very young age. When me and my father would go, it was always a tournament. It was always who could catch the biggest fish. I would describe myself as passionate, determined. When I want something, I go for it, and I don't stop until I get it. I just love it. I love everything there is about fishing, and I need to know everything there is to know about it. I love teaching people fishing. I love seeing people catch fish just as much as I enjoy catching fish. When I'm not running the boat, here's my other job. Harry's Army Navy. I'm the assistant manager in the fishing department.
Come on, man.
Yo, what's up, kid?
Got those killer fluke rigs?
Why I love my job at the tackle shop is a customer can come in and has never fished a day in his life, and he brings two little kids in and he says, look, my kids want to go fishing. How can you help me out? But I love kids. I love taking kids fishing. I love getting them out of the house. And then when they come back to the shop a week later with pictures for me to hang on the wall of the big fish they caught, that's what it's all about. So when I'm done fishing at the end of the day, this is where I like to hang out and to have burrito. Best burrito in all of the Jersey Shore.
What do you think of Eric Kerber? Like, what is you know, is he a good dude or?
Hey, great guy, man. I love having these guys in my restaurant, man. They're a lot of fun, and they've been coming for years, and they're good people, man.
Captain Eric's gonna spin the wheel, get your hands in the air.
How would my friends describe me? Probably a little off the rocker.
This is a red star. Everybody got a star.
So I have known Eric for probably 8 years. You know, when Eric told me he was going to become a charter captain, I was thinking, you know, that's kind of a hard thing to break into. But within months, I'm seeing people wearing On a Mission fishing adventure shirts all over the Jersey Shore. He just kind of blew up in the charter scene overnight.
Now, I've only been a charter captain now for about 4 years, but some of my accomplishments I'm pretty proud of. I've been featured in a lot of local magazines, such as the Fisherman Magazine, New Jersey Angler Magazine, and also some national magazines, such as Saltwater Sportsman, Sport Fishing Magazine. One of my favorite accomplishments is definitely my segment on the Field and Stream web show called Hook Shots.
When I started Hook Shots for Field and Stream in 2009, you know, it had this really punk rock vibe.
Favorite bands? Pennywise, Social Distortion, Bad Religion. When you get on my boat, plan on listening to punk rock music.
He's got tattoos, but more importantly, I wanted somebody in there who really was a well-rounded fisherman. And what he's bringing to the table for me is sort of a no-nonsense attitude. I'm gonna kick it over to my boy, Captain Eric Kerber. My main man, Captain Eric Kerber. Captain Eric Kerber. My man, Captain Eric Kerber, who has some killer tips for all you guys who troll for things other than walleyes.
What's up, everybody? Wind blowing? Hola, amigos. Puedo ir a la bano, por favor? Yeah, I know trolling's boring sometimes. To do my segment, I have to be very well-rounded because I'm speaking to guys who are fishing for walleye in Minnesota, and at the same time, guys who are trolling for marlin in Mexico. Want to cause a ruckus on the surface when trolling for muskies or tuna? Don't throw out those empty soda bottles.
You know, the guy's not looking at this to promote a product. He's not blowing smoke. If he's not teaching you something he would do on his own boat, he's not going to talk about it on camera.
Dragging a bucket behind your boat will slow your drift right down. When people come back with the knowledge that I've given them and turn it into their own obsession, and now they become fishermen, and that's just the ultimate feeling. I had this gentleman who had a stroke. Getting on the boat, we had to help him onto the boat. We had to lock his hand into the reel. And he caught the biggest fish on the boat that day. And I said, here, I'll hold it for you. He said, F that, give me that fish. And he held that sucker, man, in a big old bear hug. It was awesome. The reason I want to compete on Top Hooker is to show what kind of fishing skills I have to the world. Just to be on this show, whether I win or not, it's something that I can add to my accomplishments as a fisherman. A lot of people have told me that it's going to be hard for me to make a living fishing. Yeah, well, guess what?
Coffee mug, clear away the haze. Liquid proof that I can win this race. Coffee mug, the trip that keeps us all. The interlink, keep it busting all.
Watch me.
Every day, me, over my